talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, too many times. He makes it feel like nobody else, nobody else. But he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's looking alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're a man, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Washington, where the Wizards will be going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, they're in the midst of a 3-game losing streak, hoping to break out with a win tonight. We'll see if they can shake off the cobwebs. And Bradley Beal boosting his scoring output the past few seasons, justifying the big contract. Kenny, what's he been doing differently?
I think he's more aggressive, Ernie. I don't think he sits back and waits for the moment. He goes after it. He sees it. He gets more free throws, gets to the line better, and his three-point ball has improved.
And also what has improved is his confidence. Because of his skill and athleticism, he doesn't need to settle. Just go out and be aggressive like Kenny just told you to do, buddy.
So improved numbers improves his confidence. So it's chicken and the egg. What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know.
What do you think comes first?
I'm not worried about it now. It's breakfast time. I'm worried about all
I'm just asking you.
You
know everything, Dr. O'Neill. Tell me what comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Well, since it's breakfast time and I want an omelet, I'm going to go with the egg.
But if the egg came first, it would be a chicken because he'd make an omelet.
What?
Sorry, I asked.
Live from Washington, D.C., 2K Sports proudly brings you the Wizards. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off a good outing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, for decades we have seen elite big men dominate in the paint, but with more and more threes, they now have to cover a lot more ground defensively. So a few executives think the center position may undergo some downsizing in the years to come. Kevin?
Foot speed at a premium. David, as always, thank you. Well, we have two loaded backcourts here tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent, but in this day and age, boy, I tell you, the point guard play, not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
Make a lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Allen is out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. Porter against Harris. And there's Porter on the assist from Beal. Porter's got the first points up on the board here for Washington. Russell finds Allen. Here's Russell. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Here's LeVert. Bangs home the trifecta. LeVert's got his first 3 points of the game.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
Here's Wall, up and in from the low block.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. And you got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
Russell looking around. Harris kicks to Russell. Pass to Dudley. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Washington ball. Russell against Wall. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
And Allen with the block. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Allen right side. Outside Russell. From outside the arc. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
Boy, awful defending, really. But in the end, they dodged a bullet. They can't let shooters get clean looks from outside, though.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
Now, here is Russell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And it's LeVert missing. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The outside leaner. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean dunk that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
So it's Washington now. After the basket by Brooklyn, count that bucket. And that's now 6 points for John Wall.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
And it's LeVert missing. Washington leading now by 3. Here's Wall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personalities.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. At this very early stage, we know players are still trying to gel with one another. But Clark, just how much can a team really change between the start of the season and the end of the season?
Kevin, it can be a night and day change in some cases because of injuries or change in personnel. Those things can show up during the course of a long season to make teams look totally different. And I think the changes that transpire with teams are usually more pronounced with younger teams because you can actually sometimes see those guys get better and better from week to week.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's LeVert following the basket by John Wall. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Knocked away. And so it's Brooklyn with it. From deep. Drills it from outside. LeVert's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nets.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
It's stolen by Wall. And Wall slams it home.
Tell you one thing, it's a bonus to have a guard who can flush it like that. I mean, Wall gets up high on these jams.
And a terrific bit of chaos there in the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's LeVert. 6 points for him. The offensive rebound. And it's Russell missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Morris into the lane. Harris outside. The pass to LeVert. Outside, Russell. Right wing. And here's Dudley for three. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
And yes, it's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Dudley. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. On the wing, Harris. Inside. Allen passes to LeVert. Rebounded by Howard. Washington leading now by 4. Morris into the lane. Basket good. Morris has got his second basket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this.
Look at that jam.
Come on now, bring the thunder, rock that rim.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, it's been a terrific career for Dwight Howard. I mean, you think about it, he's dominated at both ends of the floor, and obviously one of the outstanding rebounders of all time. Who else would put up 30 and 30 in a game at age 32? That's going for the cycle, 30, 30, 30.
Jefferson's checked in for Harris. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Wall.
Well, that is what it looks like when you are in the zone. He's been very efficient with his scoring and is leading the way for his team on offense. With every make, you can see the confidence growing. And I don't think he'll slow down anytime soon.
And, of course, with Howard Clark, there's been some debate. Will he be voted into the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think he's got a pretty strong case. Long-term success and consistency. Pretty impressive individual numbers. I mean, his numbers compare favorably with Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Elvin Hayes. Rings are important in building your resume, but I think he's got enough to warrant getting there without a championship ring.
And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Washington.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition. Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Wizards leading by 9. And Howard with the stuff.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, you know, it's early for sure, but still, they're flat out owning this team right now.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Last time, 14 points for him. LeVert the pass to Russell. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. The shot will not fall. And the Wizards now going the other way.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and they certainly could use his help.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Washington. Brooklyn shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. First free throw is good. Lots of physical play, Clark, during your time in the NBA. That's been toned down to a degree. Do you miss it being a bigger part of the game now?
You know what? I think it's still a very physical game. The rules have changed. The way the game is officiated has certainly changed. Some of the tough fouls that you saw in decades past don't exist as much. But I still think the game is extremely physical. So I'm glad to see us move in the direction of toning that down a bit. There's enough physicality in the game.
And one thing, Clark, about the Nets, they've shown in the last couple years that they are willing to take a risk on players.
And in many cases, it's worked out for them, Kevin. They traded for D'Angelo Russell when his value was rather low, so taking a risk on players who hadn't worked out for other teams has paid dividends, and I'd throw DeMarre Carroll in that category as well for them.
DeMarre Carroll's checked in for Brooklyn.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Washington leading now by 11. The baseline J. And Davis pulls it down.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
The shot that time, not on target. Now Washington takes it the other way, and this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Greg, a team that on paper they expect to beat, great teams take care of business against the bottom feeders. We'll see if they can handle that end of the bargain here tonight.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Let's take a quick look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Creating points off turnovers have been the calling card for these teams. In fourth, the Wizards.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Washington shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
To the left side wing. Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And that one's good. Green. And the Wizards lead by 15. Nets shooting 43% since taking the floor today. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Green.
And the struggles continue, guys, and really it's about those turnovers. They've been the culprit.
Yeah, 5 already, Greg, and they've just been too casual, too much profiling out there to start the game.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Shoots. Rebound by Mahimi.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Nets trail by 17. And guys, Kenny Atkinson, a coach who has a knack for player development.
Yeah, he does, and the players' improvement on this Nets team speaks to that. I mean, Atkinson has done a terrific job of improving his young players. Also gets the most out of the veterans and teaches them new skills and approaches to their game, which endears them to the players and helps his team.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Here's Dinwiddie, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Jeff Green picks one up.
And, you know, Spencer Dinwiddie appeared to come out of nowhere, played in college at Colorado, got hurt right before he was drafted, but he's an outstanding competitor who does all of the little things it takes to win. I mean, you watch him play, and it's easy to see why he earns a coach's trust on the floor.
First free throw is good.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
He's perfect from the line this time. Washington leading now by 16. Here's Oubre. It's good. Oubre's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Solid job moving the ball. Carroll is a team player who doesn't allow the ball to stick in his hands. He moves.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Stolen by Rivers. Great D that time from Davis.
The defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Brooklyn, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Washington has possession. 15-point game. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Nets ball.
Napier with it for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Napier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's the Washington Wizards enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Right back after this break. The Wizards with a bad habit of playing down to the level of competition. Bradley Beal says it has got to change.
I think our biggest problem was not respecting our opponents, thinking it was going to be easy. We have to realize that everybody in this league is a pro. Everybody's capable of winning. Everybody's capable of scoring. And it's tough to win in this league. So it's important each and every night that we come out with the focus and mentality that, yeah, we're a good team, but we still have to produce on the floor.
Well, the Wizards are a team with a lot of confidence, Greg, but you have to watch out for overconfidence.
Like he said, it's about respecting your opponent and bringing maximum level effort every time.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Grinding away down low, man, just filing them down. Love the bully ball method. Paying off well.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Davis is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's Allen Crabbe. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2.
Has not made another 3 since the one he drilled in the first, but still, you got to defend him from beyond the arc.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Fans can see what a team is doing on the court, but they can't see behind the scenes. Clark, in your experience, what are some of the hallmarks of a team with great locker room chemistry?
Yeah, it varies from team to team. You've got various personalities, but I think the one common theme is really a respect for each other and a willingness to sacrifice for each other. That creates an atmosphere for people to be their best. The teams that have good chemistry, there may be friction, there may be drama, but underneath any of that is a real respect for each other and a commitment to sacrificing for each other.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Carroll, no one around him. And again, it's the Nets missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And here's Napier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Wizards.
And the corner three has not been their shot of choice here tonight. And I think a big reason for that has been the defensive setup. They came in focused on taking away the short-range triple.
Outside, Davis. To the middle. Can they get it? That's tipped.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Dinwiddie, good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Dinwiddie's got 12.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. Davis finds Crabbe. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, confidence inside from Crabbe on display there. Terrific at taking advantage of good looks.
And Allen Crabbe, a strong shooter from outside, but he can still be a bit streaky, Greg, at times.
Yeah, I mean, he'll joke with himself that when he's off, he plays like Allen, but when he's on, he's playing like AC. I mean, uses that Jekyll and Hyde motivation to make sure he stays aggressive on offense. The team and coaching staff are in on it as well, as they know a hot Crabbe is a handful to deal with.
That's good from Crabbe.
You know, Allen Crabbe is a strong shooter, and it's fair and accurate to call him a 3-and-D type of player. He came into the league known mostly for his defense, but that had fallen off for a spell. Fortunately, he was able to get back on track and be a two-way player of some value.
Out to the wing. Pass to Davis. Back to Crabbe. Shoots from the line. That shot, no good. Wizards leading by 23. Passes it to Rivers. Over Crabbe. Off the left rim and out. And last season, Crabbe heard the complaints, Clark, about his defense and used it as motivation.
That's the way you have to do it, Kevin. I think constructive criticism is really the last thing you want to hear, but it's really what you need to hear if you're serious about getting better. And to Crabbe's credit, he took that constructive criticism to heart, went to work, and he's gotten better as a defender.
Brooklyn's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Oubre. And that's 13 points for Jeff Green.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Howard's checked in for Mahinmi. Markieff Morris comes in for Green. Bradley Beal's checked in for Rivers. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. Russell against Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Harris. Rebound by the Wizards. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Pass to Crabbe, fires the 3, and the Nets miss again. Crabbe's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Beal dishes to Wall. And Allen with the block. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 8.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
It's Wall with the drive. The shot missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Bucket is good.
Well, I tell you what, such a smooth, tight handle. I mean, especially for a guy with a 6'5" frame and 6'9" wingspan.
It's stolen by Harris. Floats one. A nice shot by Wall. Wall's got 21 in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now Crabbe, 5 points in the game. Russell, and it's blocked, but they'll get another chance. Nailed from three-point land. 10 points for him.
Wow, that's real nice. I mean, D'Angelo really sets before he gets into a shot. Good use of pace there.
And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound, Washington. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 23 points in the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Russell with a wide open look. Sinks the triple.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And so it's Washington with it. And out of bounds is Brooklyn gains possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Stolen by Allen. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. No good on the triple. Wizards leading by 23. And stolen by Harris. Kicks to Russell. 17-foot shot on the way.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Morris trying to free himself up. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Dudley's shot is good.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The Wizard shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. It's Wall with the drive. Russell from long range bangs home the trifecta. Russell's got 18 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Chalk up 2 there.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now. No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Wall, and it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Harris, covered by Oubre. Harris passes to Allen. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around. 8 points for him.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
A nice shot by Wall.
Boy, I like seeing the ball get to that spot. It doesn't get much better than that.
Now here is Harris, covered by Oubre. Harris finds Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Really putting on some kind of show here is D'Angelo. This is what everybody on that team wants to see more and more of from him.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And Washington making a change here. Porter's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Harris. And it's LeVert in for Allen Crabbe. Nets trail by 18. Now, here is Russell. He's got 22. Feeds it to Allen. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That one is off. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Napier, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson passes to Napier. A nice shot by LeVert.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
And he comes up with the deuce. That's 29 points for Wall.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
It's Allen on the wing. He's guarded by Howard. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Allen kicks to Russell. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. And the basket by Napier.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And nice to see the strong inside game they're playing this quarter.
And Washington making a change here. Green's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Ed Davis is checked in for Allen. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Russell. Well, you look at some of the analytics, and the best-rated player on the Wizards might surprise you. None other than one Otto Porter Jr.
And he's really become an impact player at both ends of the floor. One of the glue guys on this squad. He just impacts the game in so many ways, and sometimes it escapes unnoticed.
Fires from deep. Here's Howard, and Davis sends it back. Pass to Carroll, and stolen by Howard. And stolen by Napier. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Beal. Hollis Jefferson finds Carroll. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Here's Wall. Brooklyn with the rebound.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
Passes it to Carroll. They double him with Green. Here's LeVert. They get the rebound. Carroll against Green. Here's LeVert. The jumper from the free throw line is good. LeVert's got 10.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And another miss by Washington. Nets trail by 17. To the paint. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm. High percentage quality shots and really getting whatever he wants.
And it goes down 2 points. That's 36 points for John Wall.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
There's Beal with the 3. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer!
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
And guys, he wanted it. He desperately was begging for that ball and was dying to take that shot.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Wizards out front, running away with it. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He ended up with 36 points, 4 steals, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. Porter and Morris make up the forward spots. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And LeVert showing how confident he is in his jumper, Kevin. He's got a nice soft release and is a very skilled guard.
Wall, easy jumper from very short distance. Wall's got 38 points.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
There's Russell with the 3. Morris with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Pass to LeVert. Allen kicks to Russell. Poke loose. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wall. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And Brooklyn turns it over again.
And let's check out the stats for Wall. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Right around 21 points per, 8 assists, and 2.5 steals. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, Sid, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Nets. I know they would have liked a better start, but they're 10th in the conference right now. And, of course, Washington, they find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And, well, for Washington, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
Here's Russell. He's got 22. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Wall. It's good. Wall's got 44.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And with the tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
And here's a shot chart now, getting a better perspective on where he's been shooting the ball from.
And right now, there's nothing the defense can do. You can see them stretching further and further out to guard him beyond the arc, but he just keeps knocking down big three after big three. As a fan, you love it. And as a defender, you just hope it ends soon. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Morris. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the boards.
Knocks it loose. Russell against Wall. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Dudley's shot is good.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by Washington.
Here's Howard. And Allen with the block. Harris outside. But they recover it. Tries again. Offensive rebound. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Oh, no. He may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I mean, of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
So for the Wizards, Mahimi's checked in for Howard. Austin Rivers comes in for Beal, and Satoransky subbed in for John Wall.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Brooklyn sits right now.
And looking again at those second chance points, they might not be the best in that area, but it is still, I think, to their advantage in terms of the outcome of some games.
Here's Washington now. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Morris dishes to Mahimi. And Mahimi with the stuff.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And there's the pass to Satoransky. Here's Rivers. Here's Mahimi. Makes it off the glass. Mahimi's got 4 points this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The fourth spot held by the Nets.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
The first one falls. The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And Allen drops them both. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Washington. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Harris looking it over. Pass to LeVert. He kicks to Dinwiddie. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Porter. Here's Mahimi. And Mahimi with the stuff.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
an absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. The three from Dudley. Rebound by the Wizards.
Well, in the summer of 2017, when Otto Porter signed that 4-year, $107 million contract with the Wizards, it was widely questioned. Well, it's been worth every penny thus far as he's become one of the best small forwards in the game.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Dwight Howard's doing. David?
Hey, guys, got an update from the Wizards' head athletic trainer. He said it appears to be a moderate wrist sprain. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
That free throw good for Morris. And that small forward position that Porter plays, maybe the most important position in the league. You think of LeBron James, you think of Greg KD.
Yeah, and Porter able to kind of hold his own on both ends. The Wizards' most impactful defensive player, he takes on those big-time players night in and night out.
And Morris drops them both. And for the Nets, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Hollis Jefferson's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Rivers. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 6 assists now in the game. The Nets shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And here's the fast break. Here's Rivers. In it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Wizards.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Hollis Jefferson passes to LeVert. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. All alone. Nice jump shot. Good. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hey, you know, the mid-range, Jay, continuing to look better over time for LeVert, showing real improvement in knocking that shot down.
Here's Mahimi. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Green, he's checked in for Washington. That free throw good from Mahimi. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime, a little cold from the field. Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Outside for Davis. Rebound, Washington. Mahimi's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Satoransky. The second effort. And Mahimi lays it up and in. Mahimi's got 13 points in the second half.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. Inside, stolen by Rivers. And Porter, here we go. Green breaking loose, makes it off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Otto Porter Jr. And the Nets with possession here. Got a piece of it. Pass to Satoransky. Buries it down low. Satoransky's got 9.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And, you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he banks in the layup. He's got 14.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Crabbe, that's for 2. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Napier, he's checked in for Crabbe. Washington calls timeout. And Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, one of the rare wing players, Clark, who can't really threaten from outside, but he makes up for it with his defense.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, this guy is unafraid of anybody. He's 6'7", he's athletic, he's strong, he's aggressive and smart. There's nobody he gets matched up with that he doesn't think he can lock up.
Take a moment to check out the stats for Green. His last 10 games, 5th for free throw shooting. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. Here's Mahimi. And again, Washington, no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Now, here's Napier. Defense right on him. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Hollis-Jefferson. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Rivers. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rivers has got 7 now in this quarter.
And he had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. To the middle. And that one is off. Now Washington takes it the other way. Here's Green. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Green's got 15 points.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
Napier finds Davis. Back to Napier. Carroll with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Count that one.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
He gets it in there.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And it's Carroll in the corner. Offline with his 3. Washington's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. A nice shot by Rivers.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Stolen by Rivers. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
He's been on the roll this quarter, really leading the way for his team right now.
To the right side. Napier passes to Hollis-Jefferson. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Porter, no luck. Poked away. And finished off by Porter.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Here's Napier. 5 points in the game. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his third foul of the game. Washington calls timeout.
Substitution on the court. Timeout is charged to Washington.
America's most evidence. Say my name out of self-defense. Catch me on stage with Be Real off too. Bent. You almost famous. We got they call themselves Band-Aids to keep their feelings painless. Nothing to lose. Got only to gain this year. Out of control.
We just open it at. I'm the headline. But you know, I'm about to ship 3 meal off time. You got your deal off your man. I got my deal off price. But you know, I'm connected like Dub with Ice.
Hey, get your numbers up. I had to get my numbers up. Now I got it like they gave it to me. But I took it, they ain't give it to me. She really do it to me. God do it for me. Yeah, it really fit. Hey, touchdown, boom, shakalaka. Oh, eyes on me, I see you watching.
16 seconds left in the third. Down low. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Napier's got his third basket of the night.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
And he can just fly. We know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond.
John Wall getting it done for the Washington Wizards. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Kenneth Faried is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Davis. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Musa in at the 2 spot. Napier kicks to Carroll. From the arc, hits the 3-point bomb.
No excuse for that kind of defense. I'm positive they're upset about that.
Washington's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Clark, when you think about it, all fans really care about is winning, and that's hard to pull off when you're the only star on your team. And we see it all over the league.
You know, basketball is not tennis or golf. It's a team game, and one man can't win a championship by himself. I mean, when you look at all the championship teams, they were championship teams, not driven by just one star player. And it's a blessing when you can play with other good players, and that's what all good players desire to do at some point in their career.
Good on the second free throw.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
The pass to Carroll. Here's Musa. He's covered by Beal. Here's Fareed. Another shot, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Really getting after it on the glass. Fareed is superb at using his physical prowess to rebound the basketball.
And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
That free throw good from Kenneth Fareed. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Poked loose. And here we go. Washington fast break. Oubre, no one around him. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
The baseline J. And it's Carroll with the ball for Brooklyn. In the corner, Napier with it. The three-pointer off the mark. For Washington, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And there it is for him. Wall's got 55.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Here's Musa. He's covered by Beal. Back to Napier. It's stolen by Wall. The feed now to Beal. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Fareed unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Bryant. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Napier dishes to Fareed. Wide open look. No good off the front iron.
If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, doesn't matter who you are, the defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
Here's Wall. Musa grabs the miss. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Fires the three. It's good from long range.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And Wall. Here we go now. Again, what an avalanche!
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Napier finds Fareed. Good on the bucket.
Even under pressure and the high energy with which he plays, Fareed keeps a cool head. Knows he has what it takes to score in the paint.
Here's Wall. Good, he hits again.
make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Fareed the pass to Napier. Tries again. Beal with the block. Wall looking for an opening. Mark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Brownie's checked in for the Wizards. And he's good on the second. And here's Napier. Dishes to Dudley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game. On defense, Washington. May have been the 90s, Clark, when we saw the pick and roll really become a common type play. Defenses have now adjusted somewhat, but many offenses still rely on it now.
Man, you go way back to the 50s and 60s. The pick and roll has been one of the hardest plays to defend since really basketball came into existence, quite honestly. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And now, with the interchangeable parts that many teams have, you have the real challenge of small guys setting screens on big guys and creating havoc. So screen and roll action, always a very important part of the game and a hard set to cover well on defense.
Free throw drops for Napier. And both free throws good for Napier.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
To the middle. It's stolen by Bryant. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. 64 points for John Wall.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Napier's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Brooklyn. It's Wall with the drive. And Fareed sends it back.
Hey, the terrific instincts and timing that Fareed has, coupled with his reach, that lets him block a lot of shots.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Wall's shot is good.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, the game comes so naturally to him, easily. I mean, helping to expand their lead as they try to close this one out, he's doing it.
Smith against Dudley. Back to Napier. It's stolen by Bryant. Right side Wall. He gets it in there.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Clark, we know of your involvement with college basketball, calling the Final Four. College teams occasionally change conferences here in the NBA. There's talk of eliminating conferences altogether.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit of a traditionalist here. I'm open to change, but I think there would need to be more rationale behind the change than what I've heard or read. So I think keeping it the way it is fine. So that tradition aspect of it is what I'm hanging my hat on. Anytime you try to manipulate matchups, though, to me, is walking down the wrong road. So, in my opinion, we should stay with the conferences for now.
I like that thought. And, yep, another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Napier kicks to Fareed. Tipped away. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s, plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
From deep, Wall, offensive rebound. Mahimi's shot is good. Mahimi's got 15 points in just the second half.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Now here's Napier, covered by Wall. Napier kicks to Crabbe, fires the three. Here's Fareed. That shot off the mark. Great tee that time from Green. There's Brown with the three. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, you know what, Greg? To me, it looks like they've packed it in and just kind of given up.
Now Napier. Pass to Crabbe. There's the triple. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wall, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Washington making some changes. Rivers comes in for Brown, and Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. And the Nets making a change here as well. Davis is checked in for Jared Dudley. Brooklyn on defense. Satoransky the pass to Green. Baseline jumper, and he hits the jumper for 2. Green's got 19 points.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
Napier dishes to Crabbe. Back to Napier. Kicks it to Crabbe. Passes it to Harris. 5 on the clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Here's Rivers. Basket good. 22 points for him.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Left side Harris. There's the triple. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Rivers. That one's not going to go. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Now here's Napier. Pass to Harris. Launches a three. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
For 3.
Napier's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
He kicks it to Fareed. Over Green. Great tee that time from Green.
And wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
Napier finds Davis. Now Crabb. Fareed, right side. On the wing, Harris. He's guarded by Rivers. From 13. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Washington's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Wizards.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
Man, always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against the Nets.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for John Wall.
Well, it was nice seeing him do his thing on offense, wasn't it? Turned it up a notch and flat out pulverized the defense.
And he can't get the first one. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Rivers. He hits the second from the line. And for the Nets, they're shooting 47%, pretty solid. They double him with Green. It's stolen by Green. Now, here's Satoransky. Not a lot of room. Some solid defense from Fareed. Here's Crabb. To the inside. Here's Napier. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And, you know, that's good offense there. These are the shots you want to get all the time.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They lead. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
Big mansion, one room, lavender. Wanna put me in my manager. Like O'Neal, walking like the deal. 10 rooms, pay 1 deal. Can you really keep it player? Can you really keep it real? Fuck shit for the summer. New bitch for my mother. Good gas, low number. Like the ocean thunder. Water on me like a plumber. Just wanna let it you see. I know that you wanna be me. You claim you're real, but you squeal. If you got status, they call you OG. You don't dinner table, but shorty. I'm blessed. I don't gotta sneeze. For the haters, I got the best for the. I got the best for the. By ring. I am the one that you see magazine.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's good, 2 points.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Here's Oubre. From outside, off the mark. They get a hand on it. Oubre with the steal. From deep. Off on that one. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we're just trying to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.